Good blessed throwback Thursday, March the 9th, 2023. The time being about 6:12 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or do or produce on social internet. That's your prerogative. According to the United States Constitution, those are your rights. First, fourth, fifth, 14, and so on. As long as you do things in a peaceful and an orderly manner. What I want to talk about today make 720 days since my son Brian Lamont Johns was found Friday, March the 19th, 2021 in Carbondale, Illinois, hung in the 400 block of North Oakland Street in the Gaslights Apartments. That's GASLITE Apartments. On the third floor in the hallway with a belt, shirtless, money balled up in one hand. A lot of other things that didn't jive to be right for a person, a human being, to being able to hang themselves. But I've been complaining. One of the persons that I complained to, if you can see what I'm a member of, can you see that real good? See my name, see what I'm a member of? This individual that you see with his arm folded up, he's very conceited. I got a YouTube video from April the 11th, 2022, when I spoke to him personally at SIU, Southern Illinois University campus. Spoke to him about my son. I filed a complaint with the NAACP in Carbondale, Illinois, with the president and her chairperson for the criminal department of the NAACP in Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County. Linda Flowers is the president, and Nancy Maxwell was, or still is, I don't know, the chairperson for the NAACP. I even spoke with the Illinois State Conference president who runs the whole state of Illinois, Teresa Haley. This here individual here, Derek Johnson, makes probably over $200,000, close to $300,000 for being the NAACP national chapter president. He told me to my face at SIU when I spoke to him about my son's death, his hanging, how the police discriminated the way that they so-called did a death investigation. He told me that ain't the NAACP local chapter's job. He said that they don't get involved with things like that. In other words, I needed a lawyer. But let me tell you something about this individual here. This individual, when he was the Mississippi State Conference president, and you Google him up, Derek Johnson, when he was the the state of Mississippi's state conference president, he spoke up a couple of times about some brothers being hung. You know why? Because money was involved. All you got to do is look. When they had the BET, NAACP, BET awards, you know, it's about rich people. You know, it's about high-profile gay people, and I ain't got nothing against you. You seen Brittany Griner, they honoring her. You see what I'm saying? A person that went over in Russia and committed a crime, but they got her back free. But yet they can't investigate the death of my son, hanging. Or yet they can't try to stop this violence in the black community. But let me get back to the message at hand. Now, he said that they don't get involved, but like I said, if you Google up Derek Johnson, the NAACP state conference president of the state of Mississippi, when he was a state conference president, you see how many times he got involved. But I'm going to show you something that just happened recently in Louisville with the Metro Police. the Justice Department, United States Justice Department, just found them liable of the same thing they did in Ferguson, Missouri, a pattern of practice. In other words, stopping blacks just because they blacks, going into people's houses without warrants, going into people's houses without knocking before the warrants. This same thing I've been complaining about 27 years here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, but the NAACP has been going on their deaf ears. I've been complaining the last 720 days in Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County, about the death of my son. But it's going on deaf ears. But he said the NAACP don't get involved. Let me show you how much they get involved. You see, the NAACP to me is not a national chapter anymore. It's local chapters that do certain things, but they not on a united front. It's not a united thing with the NAACP, because if it was, you would have more than one NAACP member trying to help me and my two young teenage daughters get justice for my son. You see, my son case, if you Google it up, the only thing you will see is with my YouTube video. It never been put in the paper, but yet they said they had a death investigation. The police did. They never asked the community for help, but yet they said they had a death investigation. They closed it and said it was suicide. You know why? Because Linda Flowers, the president of the NAACP in Carbondale, Illinois, is tied with the police department, tied with the school district. Nancy Maxwell, all you have to do is take a look. The chairperson for the NAACP claimed she was a police in Cairo, Mounds, Illinois. You see what I'm saying? She a part of the Carbondale United. She a part of the Carbondale Black Commerce, Chamber of Commerce. She's now running for a city councilman seat in Carbondale, Illinois. Why would you vote for her? I don't care if she black or not. All you got to do is look. Everything she do is about money. I'm going to show you what an NAACP president does. You checked it out. Just check this video out in Louisville when they 3 years ago, they complained about civil rights violations. 3 years later, the United States Justice Department investigating, and you will listen. If you listen to the president of the NAACP in Louisville, you will see what they should have been doing here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County with the complaints I done had or still have. You will see how they should have did in Carbondale, Illinois with the complaint I have. I want you to check it out.
Following the release of the DOJ report into Metro government and LMPD, the Louisville NAACP held a news conference responding to the report's findings.
The NAACP says today's report validates the issues within LMPD that they have been complaining about for years. Back in 2020, the Louisville NAACP publicly called for an investigation into LMPD, a call they say was then largely ignored. Today, they say the report represents a new opportunity for Louisville and its citizens.
In the past, they have not acknowledged that some of their actions have been discriminatory. And this report points that out, and we're willing to work with them.
The NAACP says now everyone's got a job to do, working with both Metro government and the police department to make sure LMPD implements the new procedures and protocols outlined in today's big report.
Now, what you just seen, that's what a real president of a NAACP should do. See, he's just the president of Louisville. This guy here to the left, Derek Johnson, he's the national president. You see what I'm saying? They don't care about little people like me. All you got to do is check it out. They have him, Benjamin Crump. They run their cases where they going to have big lawsuits. You see what I'm saying? My son was homeless. Derek Johnson showed he don't care about my son. The 2+ million NAACP members, they showing that those that know, they showing they don't care nothing about my son, especially here in Charleston, Missouri, and in the state of Missouri, and in the state of Illinois. They showing that they don't care. You see what I'm saying? They showing one thing that they are showing. They showing that all they care about is individuals that got money. You see, me and my family, we don't have the money to. You see my reward. We don't have the money that some of these other people have. All them cases that they took, Breonna Taylor, all them cases they took, or speaking about Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Tyree Nichols, ain't none of them NAACP members. But you know why they got aboard? Because there's money involved. I'm going to leave it at this here, y'all. Black people and any other people of any other nationality, if y'all about what's right, you see what I'm saying? We have to get a united front. You see what I'm saying? We have to have somebody when a hostage get over in Russia and they don't have to be a gay or a basketball star for the president and the vice president to try to get them back. You see what I'm saying? When a person like my son, because he homeless, is hung, it should be some type of investigation. But if this was Derek Johnson's son or one of his relatives, or Ben Crump and one of his relatives, Ben Crump, I don't know if he an NAACP member or not, but if it was Nancy Maxwell or any of her family, or Linda Flowers or Teresa Haley or any of these other 2+ million NAACP members, then I bet you it would be some type of investigation. But you know, I'm not going to stop. You see what I'm saying? The few people that's helping me, we going to keep on keeping on. But I'm going to leave it at this here. God going to make a way. Peace be still.